45 minutes left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Let's have a look at how things stand. The market's liking the news of a possible infrastructure deal that is in place, it sounds like. The Dow, 1% to the upside, leading now. 0.75 here for the NASDAQ, 0.6 for the S&P. Pretty much right across the board, we're looking at positive momentum heading into the last hour. A lot of individual names, including that Moxie still on the move this afternoon, guys. Let's get into the last 45 minutes.
Yes, sir, Brennan. Moxie is Moxie ridiculous, man. That stock is relentless. We're going to get to that one in a second. But you just talked about the infrastructure. U.S. Steel making a nice little bounce here. You're going to get this bump off the bottom. Big time move. We're basically holding out like 24.20 right here on the 3 minutes. Going to show you a couple days back. A little bit of a support level. And it's the same thing. You can go over to Caterpillar just to give you another name that made another move here. So often those names looks like it was a bit ridiculous. The market's at the tops. There's plenty of opportunity. And Moxie, I got to find my way into this. I won trade today. When I tried to short this thing on a pop, and of course started to win, then lost, and you're basically overall flat in that trade. Now watch out for this 25 level. It's already broken VWAP once. Looks like it's trying to take that 25, get back towards that high. Let's see what happens with Moxie, and got to be all over this one. It's one of the biggest movers we can find today.
Yeah, today's trade of the day is also going to be Palantir. Join us after. We'll talk about Palantir and why we did all of this and that top tick that we got now not looking, well, it's still going to be top tick. We'll wait to see if that comes out through right now. Palantir gives us a great opportunity. Unfortunately, you're seeing we're releasing videos. We're doing some fun stuff for you in the afternoon, and we're not sitting here trading all afternoon. So that was a great little dip down there again to Palantir. 26.25, looking to take out the top, still up that 1.14% as NASDAQ is giving back just a little bit here. Okay, so I'm still in a lot of the positions that I was in before when we left you guys, and I'm trying to do that on purpose, not for any reason, but because I'm trying to hold on to see where these stocks go. We talk about that all the time. We will have to look at Wish as well. I see that on the chat, guys. And then Valeria just dropped a link for our guessing game. So check that out, guys. You can see the stock guessing game there. Check it out. Me and Valeria had a little fun in the afternoon. We'll try to do it every day if you like it. She likes doing it. I like doing it. Okay, so Carnival Cruise still off VWAP. I mean, until we break that, we're going to hold this short down 1.69%. They came out with earnings. We discussed those live on the show, and they weren't fantastic. So that moved down. Cannot believe we sold the bottom. Like, we didn't even realize what was going on, and then it breaks 27.50. Basically, sell the bottom, average in, and then we're able to get it out now for a profit. So that's Carnival Cruise Lines. I still have Alfin Clover. So lots going on over here for me. What about you, Neil? Anything special?
I still have that Bed Bath & Beyond off that 30. Did have some muted success with that. I'll get back to that. I also have Alfin, and was talking to some of these guys in the chat here about Alf. Just sort of giving you scalp trades from that 13.50 down to VWAP. But this is Wish making a big move off the bottom here. Now, look, this is the problem is you get up to 14, guys, and we just broke 14. Failed break yesterday's action. That's the 30s, and another one at the open here at 14.40. So a couple of resistance points just right here, right now for Wish that it's hard for me not to jump in the fade trade for. Brendo?
Yeah, for those who missed it, Wish said this morning, actually, they're reopening their headquarters, their head office, and also expanding their workforce at their head office. So that was out pre-market this morning. Wanted to mention this one as well. Laser, Luminar, we had the Volvo news that came out just before the open this morning. It's kind of struggling here, though, guys. Needs a little bit of volume or help, but 24 seems to be a problem for Laser.
Lasers. Yeah, get out those lasers there. Bed Bath & Beyond seems to be a little bit of a problem for me today, as we are going to be red on that stock, which... No, that and NEO are going to be our two red stocks. We'll talk about Alpha in a minute. But right now, you know, you can see it did get above VWAP there. We did sell into this. We did go long here at 30.27. We were long early, took some out, averaged in, got hit when we broke 30, then went back in there again and took out that, 20, 30 cents or so upside. Our best out there, 63 off of a 25 long. So that's 40 cents there. And then when it breaks back down 30 again, we get out. So, not a positive stock for us today, and you can see what it did all afternoon. We could have kept buying these bottoms. So I'm going to look at that tomorrow. You guys talk about swing trades and things like that. Bed Bath & Beyond did hold $30. Great. I mean, it's just a matter of it broke early on us, and then whenever that happens early on, this is a 2-minute chart, so I got to change it over to a 1 minute. I was just looking at that from a longer time frame, but you know, when this happens early, we're not sure how far it can go down, so that's why you get out, and that's why I pump it back to the upside. But right now, not really doing anything, kind of barcoding, as we'd say. I like Bed Bath & Beyond, and I like it for a break, but I don't think we're going to get it today. It has to go above this 31, more precisely 30.80 right there on Bed Bath & Beyond, but it definitely a negative name for me in my account today.
Yeah, it hasn't been a fun one for that one. I'm actually still in it, and I wanted to break that view up, just get to the upside. But this is what I was talking about with Alfin, whatever, Alf. Every time it pops in, this is of course the high at 1375. Every time it makes this lower high, it kind of spikes up and things get pretty thin, and then try to catch it on the way down. Now I got a little bit more aggressive the last time I got in at 1330, kind of feeling like it was going to hold a 40 level. So I'm playing it by ear, but it just put in a few higher lows, was giving you VWAP a few times, and then it got halfway, and now I'm like, it's starting to get a little tricky. So it clustered up at 1310, and I was able to take some. If it breaks 1350, I almost don't want to give it to the 1375 high, guys. So I'll try to get 40s or 50s short, and then from there, just sort of play it by ear. Can't let it get to that high of the day, Brendan.
Someone was asking on Twitter, guys, about QuantumScape. Maybe we can have a look at QS. We got that news this morning. It was added to or going to be added to the Russell 3000 and the 1000. But yeah, not great. I mean, it's not a huge decline, just 0.7, but coming back down towards day lows here for QS.
So I can actually talk about that because I went into my account early this morning, kind of undercover, and seeing if it, remember, we can't trade stock into, hold on a second here. We can't trade stock into our accounts as we're sitting here trading. So that's something that we have to watch out for us. We're not allowed to do that. Oh, that's what just happened. That's what I just did there. I went short on QuantumScape by accident. I was on the wrong screen there. I was like, what am I doing? Taking a trade in this. But right now we're short it, not on purpose, right? But we can ignore that for a second. I just want to show you guys here what I'm talking about with QuantumScape on a daily chart. So I put something in my account today to go long if we did break above 30, right? So again, that didn't happen. So we didn't get that trade in. So we're not worried about QuantumScape. But there it is. It's the 50-period moving average on the daily chart. I love that. And I just thought if we could break above, it's basically right at 30. So if we can break above 30, then yeah, we do like QuantumScape. And I do think that we have a good opportunity to take this one higher, right? But the idea is it still needs to break 3150. So I'm going to cancel. I actually did cancel when it didn't break. So we're not on that 30 trade, but I do like QuantumScape. If it can get above this cluster, it kind of reminds me of like Palantir back in the day there at this cluster spot. So we're going to watch out for that 31 break on QuantumScape. I do like. I'm really surprised today that although we get that announcement, there's a little bit of a spike. When it got to 29.80, this is when we thought for sure it was going to break 30. I haven't put the trade on for you guys here. It didn't happen, but we were going to put it on, and QuantumScape doesn't do that. And then a big disappointment today for shareholders, I feel. Getting that news, you would have thought it would have been positive.
You certainly would. You don't see it fall through, but that doesn't mean it's absolutely over. There's still a couple of days till the end of that week, and then watch the close maybe when we do get the end of the month, I should say. Moxie pulls back in. I did get some Alf in front of that 40 one more time, so I got like 34s to add to the price at 27 I had. You get an average there of 31.5. It rounds up to 32. It is what it is. I just watched this Moxie, and again resisting at 24.80. So no 25 breakout to take you towards that high just yet. That's kind of what I was looking for there. I thought I would have the juice to get back up. It's sort of slowing down a little bit and found a resistance point. I've chosen Alf instead. I said I'm in Bed Bath & Beyond, but it started to look like it was going good. I missed a dip buy here like a tool. This is one that I wanted to be a trade holding for the longer run. And when it made this level here, when we were ending the show, I said, at some point, if it gets a tighter range, we're going to have to start scalping. And that's exactly what we did to the upside. That's the only reason I got anything out. As it tests back below, the only good sign is higher lows all the way through. This time it's at 30. That's the only place I will buy the dip. I have not even added to this one time. It's just been a frustrating one, thinking that it was going to be a good dip buy this whole way through off of this 30 area when it was potentially breaking back to 33. Maybe this is going to be a multi-day move. We'll have to see tomorrow. First things first, it has to hold this 30 level where I do plan on adding. Can't let it break that higher low, though. Unfortunately, this one might give up the ghost.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing here. I'm going to refresh and make sure all my orders are canceled so that I don't have anything magically pop in there. Okay, so just to give you guys an idea there goes Alf. We're going to play it off 14. So we just did take another short there. This is 14 right here. Basically, it's 13.85, but we've got to give it to 14. So we're going to see if that is going to be the top for me anyways. Neil and I will have different outs on this, but I hope it can come back to VWAP. We just did take our last average in. As you can see today with Alf, we were short it, man. And we were short yesterday. We said do not short Alf. That paid off and worked out. But today it looks like it wants to keep going upside. So congratulations anybody that went long here off this bottom. What a great move that was. I just didn't believe in it. So, my mistake again, but upside there, get out there. Average, take short, we're out. Take short, out on the break through 1250. Short again. So this is what we're doing. We shorted there and got out at VWAP. So hopefully that can retrace a little bit back down. Our last trade there on Alf. 1340 short. So look at the spread though, man. The spread 22 and 39. Like, give me a break. The spread here is like 20 pennies when it opens up. What's up, Brendo?
Another one benefiting from this infrastructure plan that's coming, it sounds like. Rail, which is Freight Car America, 1230 here, big pop. Approaching day highs. We're just making day highs on volume here now, but 750 basically clears some of these levels over on the daily chart for rail, guys.
Oh man, there's a lot of good movers here in today. I want to come back to one that I have not actually traded in a bit, but Virgin Galactic is getting back to this 40 level, and I did kind of say it's something you should take profit in on that run to the upside. But this is a 3-minute chart here, guys. You get this a little bit of a double top. Yesterday, spike high 41.5, spike failure, and look at what we're trying to do here. It tries to make VWAP, gets to 40.60. Does break it, gets to 40.40 here. Another lower high gets put in. If this thing takes out 40 going into the close, I'm gonna like that breakdown short. That's not what I'm staring at. I'm kind of staring in the face of market on the high and kind of reversing here. Well, trying to reverse. It's not a huge reversal, but either way, NASDAQ and New York both, and S&P both breaking off the top here. I think we can get this one in this cluster here and give it maybe back to this 40.65. I like Virgin Galactic to the south side. It's one of those setups that I missed it off the open because I had a list of stocks I was looking for that 930 breakdown and some breakout trades. I really should have had this one on my radar, Virgin Galactic, looking to rectify it here if it gives me another chance. You always want that second chance, so I'll grab a few shares here at 27. I'll probably take a few more if it comes back into that 30 range. I would like to get an average price in the mid-30s and risk back up towards that 65. So about 30 cents there. It'll get to that 40 mark. That's about 1-to-1 at 40 in VWAP. And then if it breaks down, you hang on to some hopefully for the low of the day. Market coming back in should bring this down with it. Brendan, what do you got now? No? Oh my goodness! I thought it was Brandon. I'm guessing.
I'll handle it.
I don't have an earpiece on, guys, so I'm guessing.
Say, let me handle the throws from now on. There, Neil. I'll handle that. Nothing coming from Brendan. I actually wanted to ask Brendan about this stock, and here we go. We don't want to get railed on this. There's me getting railroaded. So I just want to ask Brendan before I do anything too crazy. What was that news with rail? Do you have that, Brendo?
Yeah, it's the infrastructure deal.
Right.
So
okay. Good.
A lot of money going into. It's Freight Car America, so it's a freight car rail company, guys.
Okay, so yeah, based on obviously the infrastructure bill will be coming out soon here for the United States, and we're going to see what happens. Big money piling into that. You see, bang, bang, bang. Look at these big volume spikes. So be very, very careful with this. There's a lot of people trading this. There's a lot of names on this symbol. So just you can tell by all of these volume spikes, right, that there's some big orders coming in at key levels. So like right here, probably that 7 break probably triggered it, right? And then right now, volume coming in as we get out. So I'm not going to short this name, but I just wanted to do that because I didn't know much about it, my bad on that one. And then B, I kind of like this. So I wanted to hit this anyways because people were saying don't get railroaded there. So there we go. We did get run over sometimes. And here we go, right to the upside. You guys know that and again, I tweeted this out and it did go against me, right? We just bought Caterpillar. We talked about this with Mark Roberts. Nothing to do with him. I stepped in there, bought Caterpillar the other day at 217. So nice little win to the upside, but it did come down to 209. But that's my infrastructure play. It's not infrastructure. It's more of an industrial, but Caterpillar there. Let's see how high that one can fly. I'm in this name.
It still works, right? Like it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be infrastructure. It's overall like that industrial and that cyclical type of move. And look, Biogen. I saw some people talking about Biogen. It did have in the pre-market. You're going to see what happened. It was basically flush city on Biogen, making a hard recovery, and then a nice little double top. Now, It's not horribly dissimilar from what I've already just put on in Virgin Galactic, but it's trying to break down this 346. This would be a trade. Like if we came on here and it was 1 o'clock, I'd be telling you that I was doing that same trade that I just put on right now in Virgin Galactic, only Biogen, a much, much weaker name. I don't see a heck of a lot to work with here. It is sort of barcoding at this particular level. I don't see an obvious breakdown trade. You'd probably be looking to fade any kind of strength that it would have. So I'm going to avoid this one for now. Stay clear of Biogen, but I shouldn't have stayed clear of Wish. It did make that test into 1440. Talked about those failed breaks above that price, 30s and 40s. Looks like it stalled out here at 1410. If it makes another move up, we'll zoom right in here. If it makes another test of the high, I'll try to catch a rollover around this 14 range. This, of course, is one of those squeeze type names. You do have to watch out for it taking out the top. Giving it all the way to that 30 or 40 with 30 minutes to go, probably not going to go ahead and do that. But if I can catch a consolidation here, good price, maybe in the high 90s, you're only risking to like 14, 13, the current high of day on Wish. So today I found myself in some shorts. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time, that's for sure. Look, guys, we almost had that Alfi there. That was a great trade. We just shorted it at 40. It ticked all the way down to 14s, man. I was waiting at 11s. So, we changed that order. And remember the spread? Like, all we really need is one marketable order to come here for like 1,000 shares. I mean, there'll probably be dark pools, maybe 3 or 4 or 5,000 shares. And we should get down. You see, like, someone joined me here on ARCA, and I actually didn't notice it till it was too late. So if it's going to get to 11, it's probably going to stop on that number there. So right now, we're not too concerned about this trade, but we do have topside 14. Remember, we talked about that, where we're going to try to get out of ALF. But for right now, just to let you know, I'm bidding, 19s. So our average price is 14, so it will be a loser on ALF, okay, guys? So we're not going to get out of everything, but we're going to bid a quarter at 19 to get out. So hopefully we can get a bid there. And then after that, we hope that 11 breaks, and then we got a 13 bid, and then we got lower downside on ALF. So, I don't know, wishful thinking or not, but that's the one I'm looking at here with a nice move today, 10+%. We're going to look at ALF. Clover, we're still in that. And then CCL, again, another name that we shorted. We talked about that earlier on the day. All the way down. This is how we traded. We got a great bottom tick there. Now we hope to do the same thing again. Watch out for 50s on CCL. That's where my bids are, guys.
So I know some people, you're hoping that Wish will go to the upside. Look, I absolutely get it. If you're stuck holding a bag and something like this, or you're hoping for that big upside move on the break, understand that a short trade that I got to take out within 27 minutes isn't likely to have an overall effect there. So I'm not hating on anything. Oh, my 15-minute has just blown up. So I'll stay on the daily chart here. You're going to see that tight little cluster. And then, of course, you're going to get that nice 14 level. Now, it wouldn't give me anything in the high 90s. Every time it got to like 93, 94, I'd see a reversal. So I just joined the party at 93. Look, I'm going to scalp some out in front of that. It's like 75 here, it looks like, is a bit of a floor. So if I can get it in front of that, maybe scalp a bit off, maybe it should be 78, 79 is probably a better idea. I'll get on that 79 in front of here. And then if we can get that quick, like 15-cent type win, maybe a penny or two less than that, then we can get that extended move. I'd like the opportunity to add in the 90s, and if I can rinse and repeat this a few times, just sort of short, scalp out, short, scalp out. I'd love to be able to do that, but got to take some profit first. That's the first thing you got to do. Virgin Galactic has slid down a little bit. It's doing basically the same thing you're seeing here in Wish, but it bounced off VWAP once. I am sitting on the bid here, probably too close to 40 even. Maybe I should be thinking of scalping some out of 40.10. As time goes on, you'll hear us say this every single day. The closer we get to 4 o'clock, yeah, sure, the trend is coming back down in, and you could get a flush if it breaks VWAP, but I got to be flat by the end of the day. I got to watch out for the imbalances that come out at 350, especially something that's slightly breaking the trend here, and try to get and hold above VWAP. So I don't want it to come against me at 350 and then get a spike break through here at 40s when I'm trying to stop out at 65. So I will try to take some out here, a little bit tighter to VWAP, and then I can start rinsing and repeating. You got to take profit at this time of the day. Cannot say that enough. I didn't think, I kind of thought here, Moxie, I'm like, can't ignore this stock. Got to be able to trade this one today. No, can't break the high, can't get off of VO, can't break down. Like, nothing is happening on Moxie. You can scalp a $2 range on this thing, but the spread opens up really, really quick on Moxie, and I would rather not be guessing on the inside or standing in front of a level like this. I mean, I did it in ALF and had a little bit of success. but that has gone to the wayside. Third time was not a charm on Alf for me, as I'll quickly show you guys here, and then we'll go to Brendan. So yeah, Alfie, third time was not a charm on the short. Brendan, what's up, bud?
Fun fact, if anyone's following along with ARK and the ETF here on the NYSE ARK exchange, it just, guys, today went positive on the year again. So 124, I just checked, 124.59, which is basically that low tick right there, was where it closed in 2020. So back in positive territory for Aunt Kathy.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, and that's why we actually got a question the other day about long-term investing, and that's what I mean. Like, you know, if you bought ARK basically at any time throughout the year and sort of averaged in, then there's your price, and you're back to flat, sort of. I mean, depending on when you got in and how that all worked out for you. But okay, ARK, we just and look, ARK, Alf, from one 3 letters to another, although it's ARKK, I believe, right, or ARKQ, depending on which one you're looking at there. Okay, Alf comes down. We did get that 19 fill. Obviously, we were sitting there. We talked about that, and the spread is still 10 cents. I believe we get these bids, especially with the NASDAQ coming back down in a little bit here. Not that Alf is going to follow the NASDAQ or anything, but that could be a good one. And then someone said on the chat there, I was like, again, I apologize. I just was like, yeah, you're right. Oh, it's Greg right here mentioning, you know, why is Clover basically barcoding all day long? Like, what's up? And I mean, I love that barcode. I think we've made a thing of that. I wish I remember to give credit to whoever that was who made that, who talked about it. Tweet at us if it was you, and I will give that some credit. But right here, Clover, we are stuck long. So we went long early, took the profit, was celebrating. We were hitting the, you know, everything we possibly can to celebrate this win, and then bang, 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 straight to the downside. So we do have an averaged in price here just ahead of 14. My stop was always, I mean, let me just double check this. Yeah, it was going to be 13.50, and we never broke that. So there it is. Didn't break it. We should have averaged in. If we had done that, we would have been able to get out for flat. But right now I'm holding Clover, hoping for a late day move into this name for the upside. If it does come to the downside, we will take a hit on this. But again, I'm not giving up hope. I still think we can get upside there. And here comes Alf. Just made a 20 bid or 20 offers. So spread tightening up, and hopefully, we just printed. You see where we just printed, guys? We just stopped at, what price did we stop at? 13s there, I believe I saw some prints on the downside there, 14s. So again, you know, they're running into these big sizes here at 10 and 11. So watch out. If we take this 10 out, man, then you're going to get in the 12s for sure on ALF. So watch out for Alphi there. And we're going to hope for that. And then we are right now, I told you Carnival had a chance to come back down. So our average price now 27.76, putting us into the winner's circle with Carnival today. So looking for some more downside though. We should probably put a bid out. We're getting close to the end of the day. We don't need to come out as a buy imbalance, but guess what? I don't think it's going to come out as a buy imbalance. So let's hold those cards close. We do have a bid on Carnival at, ooh, it's a low. It's at 44, guys. We're hoping for that break, and then we're bidding right here at the day's low. So I guess I'm pretty bearish on Carnival.
Come on, Centipede. Well, okay, so come on, Moxie. If you guys have ever seen See No Evil, Hear No Evil, I love that movie. Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, man, it's amazing. So great scene. Anyways, Moxie in, about the only good, well, okay, so I got some of Virgin Galactic out, so that kind of is a winner for now. And Wish is in the money 10 cents. I was about to say the only thing working so far is the fact that I didn't short Moxie in. Daniel Franca in the chat there. Yeah, good thing you didn't short it. Yeah, definitely a good thing. I mean, I wanted to see it break out of this level. It does break that 24.80 here. I mean, you're going to see me grab 24.88 to the long side. Wish was in the money 10 cents. I didn't take any out. I did get some of Virgin Galactic out there, but Moxie just continues to move, guys.
Yeah, I was just doing that because we did get an Alf break there. So Alf does break that, and look what happens, man. We got our 05 bid there. So here we go for Alf to the downside. Short, short, short. We did take a hit on this already. We've talked about it. Short here, short, short. Only one little out at the very bottom of the day. Like, what a great out that was. I wish I could tell you I was long there, but I'm not. So we're not going to lie about our positions or anything. So that's that trade right there coming through. We'll see if Alf can go. My next bid is 85s on Alf. So 12.85. I really think we cracked this 13. And then it's party time, guys, for ALF. So not if you're long, it's not party time. But I think we get back to VWAP. That's where my bid is 85. But now that I see VWAPs come up, let's change that to 90s or so on ALF, guys.
And of course, I look a gift horse in the mouth with Wish. Yeah. I mean, Wish is like basically, look, we get this nice little rollover. It's like back and forth, like 3 or 4 times I could have gotten in and out if I was just taking the scalp route on this one. So I'll get more aggressive on that bid. I should have been taking that profit. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I can't say it and don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and then do it right in front of you guys, like 3 times on Wish. We'll get some out here a little bit more aggressively, and then rinse and repeat. I wanted to be taking high 14s or high 1390s anyways, so I might as well get a little more aggressive. Oh, Moxie and oh, Moxie and oh, Moxie. And now you're starting to pull back after that failed break. Well, it's put in higher lows. That would put in place a nice little dip buy opportunity in front of VWAP, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, and okay, because there it is, man. There it goes. And we talked about this, why we liked it. We talked about Alf. We gave you some levels there. We talked about this high, where we were going to get out. So again, we're just celebrating this trade that we just took on. You know, not celebrating this. We talked about where that was a mistake. But if you did join us just now, you'll see this short at 1340 all the way down, tick, 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 boom, right down to VWAP. We called that. That's where we got out. We did hold on to one piece of it in case we did break volume weighted average price. Volume weighted average price, in case you can't tell, is the only technical indicator that I use. Been trading for
there's another one.
90 plus years, and volume, yeah.
Yes.
We have volume at the bottom, but well, you're never going to hear me talk. Well, we do talk about it. Volume is pretty cool for breakouts and trying to find out, you know, where there's some interest in the stock. But a lot of the time, volume, you'll be able to tell where there's volume. But yeah, that's a good break. And even right now, you know, when we were getting top heavy there, some of these volume spikes kicked in. So that was part of it too. So watch out here. Always opportunities when you see these high flyers. There's Alf. We did get greedy, held that last little bit. I still think it can go down, but we probably should have got it all out there at VWAP. But there it is. That's how you use VWAP against highs of day. So I'm happy with that trade. We fired off the cannons. And then here we go, CCL, also to the back to the downside. I'm going to take a piece off. Again, we're not going to get too greedy here with the day almost coming to an end, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get too greedy. That's why in this cluster I have to take some Wish out. If it comes to like 350, I'll just take the rest out. If it wants to barcode in this range, then that's the only move you're going to get. It's done 140 million shares, actually a little bit more than that. So there is a chance that it doesn't go anywhere because the volume is pretty big. Even around here, you're going to see the volume hold up. So you take what you can get. I did get that dip in Moxie in. I mean, it didn't quite go all the way to 24, so I didn't step in all the way. But it did bounce here in like the 24, 25 range, so I step in the middle. Still has a chance to break out. This does have that setup where you have the strong move, you get that failed break, which might have trapped some people into shorting like 23, 20, 23, 25, 23 even, something like that. And then when you get this break here, a continuation takes you right into the high of the day. Like you don't need to break the high of the day to get a 4 p.m. to get a 4 o'clock runner. This would be the one I'd like to try to hold on to towards the end of the day. If I could, Bed Bath & Beyond's not moving. I can get out flat. And in fact, I probably will get out flat because it just does not want to do anything. But I can grab that dip buy that I just got in Moxie and grab 50 cents on that portion of the trade and hang on to the breakout trade, guys.
Woo, woo. Yeah, loving that trade on Moxie, guys. And then, look, and when you're joining us for the back half, which I'm just going to call it, it's not the half, this is our back show there, we are going to try to trade names that are a little bit more runners than you're used to. Like, I'm not going to put on a Palantir unless we really do see something because we've traded it the last couple of days after close and not much really happening. So that's Palantir. Tick, tick, tick. We should have shorted up there. That's okay. But there goes CCL, guys, to the downside. So bang, we just took it out right there. So that's another one. You haven't seen many of these today. Bang, there it is. We'll hit that off. Going now to the downside is CCL. Looking to take out day's low, man. My bid is here on day low, so we will find out if there's anything there. We'll call up our Toronto imbalances because we do that every day. So those of you that are trading over there, Suncor is in the building, but not very many shares there. So you can see it's a bid, but it is starting to tick upside. So sometimes you can trade off these imbalances. I don't favor them unless there's an actionable event like a rebalance, which happens tomorrow. That's going to be the Russell rebalance. So we'll wait to see if there's any shares tomorrow. And I'll show you this, and then you'll be able to see the difference. So come back and join us tomorrow where there may be some M's instead of some K's, which will be a little more exciting. And then at 350, we'll blow up the New York and NASDAQ imbalances for you as well and show you what's good on that side of things. I'm hoping that affects CCL to the downside. 26-cent winner right here on CCL and 29-cent winner for you on Alf right now. So far, so good. We're just waiting for Clover to do something, and that may be wishful thinking.
Exactly, and that's what we'll do. We'll drop it in here. You take off what's not working. I'm going to get out of that Bed Bath & Beyond essentially flat. I was in at 30s and held it all day long, and it just didn't do anything for me. So got a good question in here, and why do you guys go for more trades with lower returns rather than less trades for greater returns? It's a great question. We're day trading and Day Trade the World. I know people are like, oh my gosh, how do you trade for low fees? We essentially pay near as close to nothing per trade in the prop model. And it allows us a lot of advantages. Like most people, like for sure, you should absolutely hunt for like that buy and hold. And we'll do a little bit of that. Like you saw the Tesla trade earlier, like you're taking a breakout, you're holding all day, or the one that I should have had yesterday, which by the way, we're getting short about that one and why that setup looks so good. But we have that ability to get in and out for low fees. Sometimes we get paid to trade by adding liquidity, and it expands your horizons. And if you find something that works, I'd rather do a high percentage small win trade a lot of times and take advantage of that than try to hunt for that one and done. So you will see sometimes over 100 executions by myself and Sean. It is a function of the tools we have available to us. But we will still describe overall direction, support and resistance, how you can have a bias in a trade, because all those things apply regardless of your style of trade.
So, yeah, exactly. A great talk there. I just want to get to this. If Brendan has anything, Wendy's right now, a nice little move to the upside, just bounces off 23.
Whoa.
You guys know that, yeah. I mean, this is a name that I've liked because I think there's a possibility that this can go again. I mean, their business is pretty solid and on the rebound. So, anything on this, Brendan?
Yeah, there's a couple of things actually. First off, they have a new black bean burger. If that
buy for sure
anyone.
then. Buy for sure.
I mean, there's excitement around Beyond Meat, right, guys? So we got to get excited for black beans. But if we want to have a look at, there we go. So that was a little bit earlier. It was about 1:30. But yeah, around 3 o'clock, a couple more people talking about Wendy's roll out a black bean burger, guys.
Yeah, so we just hit that. We hit our famous. I'll do it again in case you guys missed that there. We'll do our famous Beyond Meat animation there. Yeah, see, it's like the cow is like no meat. So there we go at the end of the day. But okay, good move for Wendy's. That's not going to tip.
That actually was the news.
Pardon?
It really is just a bean burger?
Well, I mean, I'm trusting in Brendan on that one. I mean, I assume so, yeah. I don't know, bean burger or not, enjoy your food there from Wendy's, and I hope you do like bean burgers because apparently that's what's tipping the scale there, but that's a great trade. I mean, I like Wendy's for lots of reasons, and if bean burger is going to get that going, then hey, let's get going on some bean burgers. I like it through 25, though. Let's make sure that we get the momentum to the upside on that one.
I mean, they even, look, they had surprisingly decent earnings, and that's one thing that got talked about here. Whoa, MRIN. Okay, thank you very much, guys. This one got off my radar, and I'll tell you what, it just went to that 350 level. And the reason it was off the radar is when you get the pop into like a previous level like this 350 here, and then it just turns into that fade trade all day long, I tend to write it off a little bit. Then it makes a break like this. Did not see that coming, guys. Look, 350 is going to stand out. It just did a bit of a failed break. Not a lot of time for this to hash itself out, but I cannot like a level like that and then see if it comes and holds back below a 350 and consolidates off 340. I'd probably short it, but that is a strong move over here in MRIN. Never write these ones off. Did news just drop, or was this just a pure technical break at 290? Because it's going absolutely nuts. Anything, Brendan?
He's probably looking it up, yeah.
Something, good look, guys. I did not see this one coming. MRIN off to the races. And Moxie looks like it maybe took the steam out of Moxie and jumping over to MRIN, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Alfin also coming back down. This is going to be a great trade for me as we watch it come to the downside now. ALF coming downside. We have a bid at 36. Again, why 36? Wish I could tell you, but we are downside now. It was right down in here into this little cluster there. But at that point, VWAP was around here, but now we're coming to the downside even lower. So I'm going to probably put a bid here about 1260, see if we can pick that up and then get basically a dollar win there. Oh, not a dollar, we're talking about 80, 70 cents, 75 cents there if we can get it. So Al, if we put that trade on right in front of you guys, you all saw that was at 320. The show starts at 315, and then so we'll put another bid down here, 1270, to make sure that we get some love here on ALF, guys.
Oh my goodness, I am hunting for a bit of a turn on this one, guys. I just bought another dip in Moxie in front of that 24, so I'm continuing to buy each dip and try to scalp 50 cents at a time while holding it, but I cannot take my eyes off MRIN. At 350, if that level on the daily turns into some kind of support here on a bounce, that could get really spicy at 4 o'clock. That's why, I mean, if it was 4 even, that it just turned to turn at 381. If that was 4 even, I might have jumped in there. But I'm almost looking to see if 350 can hold, because that would be fantastic. That was that level in the daily. That was that spike fail in the morning, and then I missed that trade. I'm not happy about missing that one on MRIN. But if it bounced off 350, you got to like that to the long side. 4 is about the only level I feel confident jumping in the short side in front of.
Okay, just an update here, guys. There's a big size on Carnival, so we're going to get out some at 51, and then we'll hold our, there it is. So did we just get that? Yes, we did. So that's another win, guys. 28 cents on that one. I'm going to cancel my other bid, see how far we go downside now. The imbalances are going to come out in less than a minute now at 350. But that's, I mean, this is this is great for me today on Carnival. So we'll continue to watch this one. Very happy with how this panned out for us on Carnival today. Shorting the absolute worst like crazy, averaged in there, and then we took it against VWAP. And again, those of you that watch us trade, you know that's going to be our largest position against VWAP because we do have an out. And then bang, it just worked out for us. We never saw 28. So again, taking the short there, using 28 as our out, doesn't have to happen and doesn't, and comes right back to the downside. Now we're gonna see about breaking through 50, guys. So you can watch it with me here. Let's watch these imbalances. They're not out yet. You're gonna see them in a second. We're just gonna refresh right now. There we go. So PCG there. You guys know about that. Twitter with a big sell as well. So we'll see what happens with Twitter. There, yeah. See, yeah, nice job, Twitter, not doing anything. GE buys, GM. Yeah, so not much going on. I don't see CCL. Alibaba with a sell. Yuck, I'm in that name. That's been a disappointment for sure. But yeah, not much happening. These aren't huge, guys. Dell maybe with a sell at $100. That may do something to the stock. Let's see what it does. Yeah, there it is. So nice little move to the downside, but now upside. So again, it doesn't look like there's any actionable events right now on this locator, guys.
It's a trap. That's what 350 was on an MRIN over here. A trap, like Admiral Akbar would say, but it just flushing, like I could have actually gotten like right at 50 or 47, stepped in front, got 55. Now it's trying to make this a little bit of a battle at the top end of the range. Now keep in mind, yeah, 350 was on the daily chart. This is like 344, the actual high where it reversed to. So got to give it a few extra cents just to see if we can get that little rubber band action here. Yeah, I should have like 51, 52 maybe as a price, but I do have 55s here. If it gets anywhere close to that 60, like 65, 60 to 70 or so, I'll definitely take a little bit out. But it's such a strong move. And when I got that level on the daily, I kind of feel like someone said someone got to get out by the end of the day. I kind of go with that. There's certainly some truth to that with that little bit of a squeeze. And if it has the juice to get to the upside, why not? Thank you for the super chat, Nick W. I will throw those on and do a quick look at both those symbols, PUBM and OTRK. I have not looked at either today, but I'll do a quick look. I just have to manage this MRIN position.
Yeah, exactly. We went over to Clover there, thinking that Anthony, I see your comment there. I thought you meant Clover, and you said Clovis. So we'll wait on this one, but I'm still looking at this. We only have 9 minutes to go now. So CCL actually looking to break 50. I still think if we break 50, that we can get out here at 44, 45. So let's wait to see if that does happen. We could break it. There is some big size there, so it needs to crack through that. That's why we took out some 51. So we'll wait to see if there's any love for that. If you haven't subscribed, I see smash the like. Smash the like, hit the subscribe button, man. We're putting on, I think, a great show for you every single day. Thanks for the follows on Twitter, and thanks for all your comments and watching the show as well. Thank you for your patronage, guys. Brendo?
A few notable earnings, guys, coming up either tonight or aftermarket tonight or before the open tomorrow to make note of, as I mentioned, guys.
I mean, a few names you might recognize. I'm going to hope that we recognize a few of those names. We talk about BlackBerry as one of the squeeze plays, but hey, let's remember they are it's a company that's actually doing some stuff, and they make it a bit of a turnaround here. So there is something to see. Nike has been under pressure. The news about China, of course, as well. MRIN, I just looked the gift horse in the mouth, but Nick W., I want to make sure I got to this. PUBM was one of the symbols you talked about here. So we're closing, well, I shouldn't say that. We're about to close right above what previous support, this resistance here, 50 period as well. That's 39.60. Oh my goodness, my 15-minute chart hates me, so it's completely frozen. But I want to come back to that. Because it's very important. It also happens to be VWAP, that 39.60 level. A close above here is fairly strong. It does give you some cover, I would say, in case you're holding. I'm assuming you're holding a breakout or a consolidation. That's a great area to just hold on and hope to catch a break at 42, maybe tomorrow, and get some continuation. Markets at the highs and still going, so you have that in your favor as well. That's a good-looking chart. It doesn't do a ton of volume, but certainly today in play with 3 million in volume, so looks like it's pretty good for a swing. That's much better than what's going on MRIN, because that just pulled right back in. So it was a trap, catching that bounce off of 350.
Yeah, And then we hit the siren alert. Let's hit it again because, yeah, we did get that break downside on CCL. You can see here, there is no love anymore. So we'll see. I'm bidding 46 just to see if we can get out of this one. There's going to be a big win for me, man. Come on, man, you can do it. Let's get down to 46, and then we'll take that bid out. And we are on the bid. So all we need to do is come down to 46. We'll get filled, and then we will get the heck out of here off of a beautiful trade here on CCL. Traded it. I'm really happy with it. Able to bring it back in, made some money. But again, we can't control the market. So we're just trading what we see here. It traded off VWAP. It rejected that 28, which is right there. Man, I was waiting at 46. You saw it go down to 47 there. Hopefully we can retrace one more penny and get down. We're only in about less than 10% of the trade, but I was just hoping that we'd get that call down to 46. So right now, breaking back to the upside, but that was a good call there. It breaks through 50. Now let's wait to see where we go from here. With only 5 minutes left, man, we can check out some of the imbalances again. PCG still, this was the infamous with all those California fires. This stock got hit, but you can see on the imbalance, actually nothing happening at all. So Dell, Twitter, we can see Twitter on a sell. What is this for real on Twitter right here? Just like talk about barcoding, like doing absolutely nothing. So Twitter already super high up, man. Good recovery there for Twitter. I don't think we test year highs anytime soon, but good movement on Twitter today, guys.
And I want to show you guys the difference between when I said an MRIN, like why I should have had, and I go back to that 50 level, this top here in the morning being 44, and why I should have waited patiently, literally for 350. It doesn't seem like much 5 pennies, but it stalls out the move right at that 40, just below that previous high, and then the bounce fades and cannot break 60. So that's the difference between me starting to cover some shares flat, running out of time, and actually taking a small win on that trade. It gets tight when you're trading a cheap stock. Like if it was a $35 stock, we'd care if we got 35.50 or 35.30. Like that matters. So on a penny stock or a cheap one like this, sure, it's going to make a bit of a bounce here. That's great. It's still going to be a winning trade. But if I actually was a little bit more patient with this and not so aggressive on the way down, actually catch the 50 dip like I said we should have been doing, that's a much better trade for you there. And of course, with 3 minutes left, like I can't hold this for a high of the day. Like maybe it goes at 4. It doesn't matter. I got to be flat by the end of the day. So MRIN looks like that dip buy was good at that 350 level. But hey, I got 355. You saw it live. I said 350. I bought at 355 anyways. I got some more shares down at 53, which I'm holding on to. It's a little bit sloppy. The move was good. You can have a read. You can have a level. You still have to execute it perfectly, especially with these tight ranges or a stock that's a little bit cheap like this. Don't jump the gun. Those pennies can add up.
Yeah, they sure can. And that's what we're doing right now. We're just saving our money now on Clover because it's not going anywhere. So you can see to the downside, down. We're just going to start to get out of some of our position now. As it's just, I don't know. I mean, what are we going to do? Wait for the very bottom to break? Actually, that reminds me. I better cancel my stop orders here on all these stocks. Okay, so yeah, we'll just get out. I mean, maybe we'll save a little bit for like a 2-minute rip, maybe back to like 1390 or so. We have an offer out there. We'll see if we can get that. And then we still are bidding here. Where's my bid? 46. So I'll keep that in. Let's see if we get a 46 on CCL here, guys. And if that happens, that'll be great. I mean, you could take 48s out. Only 3 minutes to go. So let's see if a little bit of movement down gets us out of that, and a little bit of movement up gets us out there. We did take 95s on Alf. So just to zoom in a little bit more, here's our trade here. Short out the first thing at 19. We just kept bouncing around there. We were able to take that out. Then we get that 05. Then we get 91s, and then we get 95s. So a nice little out there considering the short was 35s or 40s and out all the way down here. So that's going to wrap it up for me, man. I mean, it doesn't look like we got that CCL. So we'll bid 50s and get it out. And then Clover back to 80. This may be good enough for me. Only 2 minutes left. We're sitting back. We're relaxing. And by the way, guys, you know what this is. And then I'll flip this over. Canada, Tim Hortons. So we did have a little coffee at the end of the day. Anthony wants me to look at CLVS, so we'll do that. Let's look at Clovis here. Oncology, a nice little move up 2% today. Nice move off the bottom. Anthony, you keep talking about it, but it's kind of dead right now. I'd like to see it break above $7 here before we get too excited about Clovis. But it is nicely above its 50-day, so that's not a bad sign either. And you do have a nice bottom here. Maybe there is something with this one, Anthony. I do like that bottom.
I got asked about Tesla, and I think someone a little bit earlier, and I said in the chat before we came on, like Tesla made the break, it made the secondary break, and there was a few trades in there buying the dip, but it turned at 700. That was sort of the breakout target from that 35, right? So it does make that turn. I would say, look, let's see if we can hold maybe not 670, but like 665, 666. You know, I'm going to say that tomorrow, and then maybe there's an actionable trade there. There was nothing for me at the close. I didn't really favor the short because either you shorted off 700. I didn't want to step in the middle here, sort of guessing what the market was going to do, and we didn't do much in the market, and Tesla giving back. So I think there's going to be a bit of a chance tomorrow that if this continues, we get that test of 666, which didn't quite happen here. I do now have to get out the last of my shares of that Moxie. I tried to hold on to it, not Moxie, MRIN. It just broke 50 again, so I got to get flat. Only a minute to go, or less than a minute to go. You know, it makes a difference at 5 pennies because those last shares I got out for a 5-cent loss instead of for like a 2-cent loss. We didn't need the green today. And I say that over and over again. Like the green streak is alive when Valeria wears green and the market's looking a little weak. We do get some strength, but it is all systems go, both the ES and the NASDAQ, despite the pullback over 0.5% to the upside. So things looking good, some good breakouts, some fantastic trades. Thank you guys always so much. Trade of the day is coming through. Sean's got a good one for you there. I won't spoil anything, but we got to drop that countdown. Miss V's on that bell. There we go.
It's Miss V. Everybody likes the pink today, so no, only 4 seconds.
Pretty in
3,
pink.
2, 1, give it a go, and there we are. We are now closed. And of course, guys, look what happens to CCL right at the end of the day. It prints 46s. We could have got out there, but we didn't. We took 50s on the way back up. So a couple 50s out there on CCL is a good one. Clover's out. We're near the high of the day for us, but we do have a slight loss on the top because we did get out of that Clover for a loss. So yeah, that trade was a negative trade on the day here. So Clover, negative. But Brandon, it doesn't seem like the markets are too negative today.
Not at all. No, another day, more positivity. That means another record, guys, for the NASDAQ, the S&P as well, 0.5% to the upside, or almost 0.6. Full percent for the Dow after that infrastructure announcement. A lot of Dow components getting a nice bump. And yeah, crypto is back in positive territory as well. The grind, we'll call it, back to the upside for Bitcoin.
That'll work. An all green board, man. Like, well, an all up board. It's not green. It actually shows black on that one there.
It's
but
pretty black.
Look, money is money. Upside is everyone can certainly be happy about. I thought MRIN was about to break to the upside here. It was about at 65 and is now tanking in the aftermarket. This is why, like, yeah, if I could hold in the aftermarket, that wouldn't have worked out very nicely.
Yeah, more record closes. Thank you so much, guys, for all that. We're going to watch out for Nike earnings coming through. A few other names are on the list. BlackBerry as well, one of those meme names. But we are super excited to give you the trade of the day. It's coming up next. So get ready. NASDAQ and the S&P both at record highs. Thank you to Maggie. Thank you to Lucas. Guys, we're back tomorrow. It's going to be a big day. Actually, Lucas is off tomorrow. So, Lucas, have a great day.
Right.
Don't celebrate the Montreal Canadiens win too hard. I think they can do it tonight. They better not go back to Vegas for Game 7. We need some Canadian content in there. But for the Trader TV Live team, that's Neil. That's Brendan. I don't even know my name. And for Valeria, we will be back tomorrow, guys. We are the Trader TV Live team. See ya. Stay with us for the Trade of the Day. Bye, 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 bye.